Hello, how are you doing? I'm fine. I thought I would show you these really adorable beaded balls. Aren't they cute? They're really small for a beaded ball. They're about, I don't know, 10 millimeters big probably. They're really, really petite. They're so cute. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I will show you another cool project that I made with these cutie patooties. So, while I was, looking around on the internet and all that for inspiration, I noticed that most of these super duo beaded beads, because that's what they are, they're super duos, used quite a few super duos, like 30 for one bead kind of a thing. And I was like, I don't want to use 30 beads for a single bead. That's a lot. It's a lot. And I never have that many for, one project. And for this particular project, I need 3. So, and I don't have that many super duos. So, I don't have like 90 left in the color that I need, which is this turquoise color. So I went looking around and I found this really, really cool idea that uses 12 beads per bead. 12 super duos. Which I thought was amazing, because that's less than half, and it'll make a bead that is the more appropriate size for my project. So I am just threading this needle here. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, for this project you need 12 super duos. How many have I got here? 4, 8, 12. Okay. For some reason I have an extra one out. I don't know why. So it doesn't get lost. Okay. And now, originally this project, the inspiration I have for this, they take 11 rocailles. But I wanted it to cinch even smaller, so I'm using 15s. But you can definitely use 11s. It's not a problem. So let's bring you in a little bit. So I'm going to start by, I've got Nymo. I'm using size D Nymo in case you're interested. You can also always use Fireline or Wildfire, whatever you like. It's your project. 3. Okay, so you're going to string on 4 of each bead, okay? Just like that. Alternating seed bead and super duo. Now we're going to take it down. Leave yourself a reasonable tail though. It's just something to hold on to, and it gives you something to bury later on and strengthen the bead. So now what I am going to do is pass through the beads I added. Same hole. We're not moving to the top just yet. So I recommend passing through and then tying a knot if you're using Nymo, because it's not as strong, obviously, as Fireline, and we want these to stay together. The other thing I noticed about most beaded beads is they're using right angle weave with 2 needles, which isn't always necessary. Sometimes it makes it easier if you can do it with 2, but this bead works real well and is much less confusing for me to use 1 needle. So, alright, now we have a star. Sorry, just trying to make it clear for you. There we go. Now what we do is pass up through to the next bead. Or to the top hole. And then we add 1 seed bead and a super duo. Then what we're going to do is pass through the second hole of the super duo that we just added. And another seed bead. And we're going to go through the next bead in the star. I'll pull and then you can see what I mean. Okay? So you've got this little guy. Will you focus? There we go. See? That's why you gotta go through the holes like that. And you're gonna do that all the way around. So, seed bead, super duo. Come on, there we go. Through the second hole of the super duo. Seed bead. And then through the hole of the next bead in the star we made in the first step. See? So now you've got these little kind of funny little triangle things. Seed bead, super duo. Slide down, please. Thank you. Seed bead, then through the next bead. Just gonna move this slightly. Okay, and one more time. Woo! Seed bead, super duo, through the second hole of the super duo, another seed bead, and now we're going to go down through the bead like this. Okay, so we've got this square thing. And then to sort of step up, if you will, we're going to come up through the super duo right next to the next logical one, because we went through this one here and we're going to come up through this one. Okay. Now, it gets interesting. Not difficult, just unexpected, at least for me. So there's a seed bead, a super duo, and a seed bead. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over here. It helps if it pulls tight. There we go. You're going to go down through the next seed bead that is on an angle, like straight like that. Not the first beads that you added that are in that kind of plus sign shape. Okay. Then you're going to go up through that same duo. So you'll have this. Okay? I know it seems a little bit counterintuitive and weird at first, but it's fine. In just a second you'll see. So seed bead, super duo, seed bead, and we go down through the next angled super duo. And we go up again, so we're on the outside again. Seed bead, come on, super duo, and a seed bead. Okay, and down through the next, through that next kind of flat bead where the holes are pointing out, I guess is the best way to describe it. Okay, and then up through the next hole of that same bead. Then we're on our last duo now. See, these work up quickly. So make sure your duo has 2 holes in it. There we go. Sometimes I keep another needle around. Not a beading needle. This one is for sewing. Just to, sometimes you can clear the holes. And there's another seed bead. Okay, now we're going to go through downwards through like that. Okay, and up again, just like before. Alright, so now we've got all our super duos on, and you'll see that we have to close this up, right? So it's basically all, everything's done but the crying now. So we go up through. Are you a blocked one too? Oh my goodness. Oh, seriously? There's one thing I do not like about these 2-holed beads is the holes being blocked. Alright, so we're just going to add seed beads and head on around. Just like it was, you know, a peyote tube, basically. And this is all done using right angle weave, but with a single needle, and it makes it so much easier. I've seen similar beads made with 2 needles, and I'm like, why? You're just complicating things. Another bead, please. Thank you. Alright. And now you pull tight, 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 and of course there's some reinforcing to do. But once you're done reinforcing and all that jazz that you already know how to do, I'm not going to go over it because you know how to, you just pass through and do half hitch knots and until there's a firm structure here. Okay, so that is how you do it. It's really, really fast, right? What I wanted to show you was this really cool idea that I had just because I was inspired by supplies that I had around me. So these are Super Duo brand, okay? So we know that those work. I wanted to see if it worked with twins, okay? Because I know that you probably already know this, but in case you don't, twin beads are a Preciosa brand bead that comes out of the Czech Republic. And they're a slightly different shape. See how they're kind of more of like a straight, almost, but they're rounded and stuff, so it's not like you're using a half tila or something. And I thought, well, let's see if it'll work, and it does. I used some neon ones, as you can see. They are very, very cute. And this here is an adorable little dangle that I added with some solo beads. Solos were, I don't know how popular solo beads are anymore, but at the time when I bought these, solo beads are basically a twin bead with one hole. Can you see? So they are really, really fun for embellishing edges and stuff. I noticed though when I go to search for them, they're hard to find, so I'm guessing they didn't really catch on or something. And then up top I added a little beaded loop right here with some 15s. And I figure after I'm done like reinforcing it properly, this will make a darn cute earring. So I'll just loop the finding on here, obviously. And that would be such a cute little earring. Little lantern kind of earring. Super fun, super bright. You all know how much I love brights. Bright colors are important. They keep us happy. So anyway, that's it. That's what I have for you this time around. Do obviously turn that subscribe button from red to gray by subscribing. It's free. And also check the bell icon right next to the subscribe button once you click it, and then you will be notified of new uploads. So happy beading, have a good time. I hope this was interesting and informative for you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.